Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm saying back because I've gotten used to saying that and I don't think about what I'm saying before I say it. If this is your first video in the series that you're watching, you're doing it wrong. I'm a little bit sick still. I'm recording all these 4 videos at the same day. It's just that I have the time to do it right now, so I better get it out of the way. But I'm still a little sick. In today's video, we're gonna look at this pedal that I have in this box right here because I don't have an enclosure any longer. And this is the Behringer ULTRA Distortion. Yes, that's right, Behringer ULTRA Distortion, or UD300. That's its like nickname. So if you guys want to, or if you have the pedal already, you can follow along and do the same things. They should be the same on the inside. Here we have the box. There's an old ice cream package. Yeah, it's true. Here we have the pedal, the little thing that goes over the switch. Oh, this is the one with the switch. Oh no, if I remember correctly, that means that I have to try things when I find them and flick the switch as well. I remember that not being overly complicated, but also kind of annoying. I don't know. What the hell is this? That's crazy. But cool, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. So, one of the things that I want to do is, now that I have invested in some new switches, I want to replace this switch. If you've seen the other videos, you've seen me do this already. This switch is actually, it's cool, it's nice. I don't dislike these sorts of switches, which I hope you haven't drawn the conclusion or something like that. I'm just, don't have a preference. I care when things work. But the issue with this is it has to be mounted to the board in order to be able to be mounted at all. It's through being like fitted, just like these parts. So since that's not an option, we're gonna replace it with this switch. It's basically exactly the same. When you press it down, the two wires will be connected. They'll be disconnected when you let go. And the same thing here. The only difference, except for the shape of it obviously, and the size and stuff, is that this has a screw mechanism here where I can tighten it down, which means I will be able to tighten this into an enclosure, which we'll do later. Anyway, just gonna release those two, have a little bit of solder on my tip. Like, you can go really crazy and like look up a bunch of different switches and try to find the perfect switch for you. Now let's start the amp. Something is wrong immediately. Okay, I don't know what was going on. Okay, something was lying weirdly, touching something it wasn't supposed to. I'm gonna have to, once we're actually done with this, look and see if I can find out, because it's not good if that happens. But anyway, there we have it. We have the controls at noon. Okay, so here we have a switch. What happens if we press this? Okay. Why did I put that there? Going back to these videos, I gotta say, I know I'm ranting a lot in these videos, and I'm sorry. But going back to these videos now, like 2 months or whatever since I made the first ones, it kind of feels like I was drunk or something making those videos. I like, why did I do this? It's a foot switch, and what the hell is this sound? I don't know, I'm crazy. Like, that's somewhat cool. Like this here. This. Like I don't know. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay, so wait a second. Oh, I actually... Okay, so wait. I'm having a thought right now. And that is, wait, I have to just try a thing. I could switch this out because I bought these other switches, which I'm gonna show you. Give me a sec. I have it here. I haven't actually opened this, so it will be a first time exclusive opening, reboxing, boxing, something boxing, unboxing is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. Exclusive here for only you. Is what I'm trying to say. These switches are exactly the same switches, you see? But it's two, which means if I add these two to these two legs here, and I add these two to that leg there, I could have one switch that does what both of these are doing at the same time. So there we have it. Okay, so now flicking this should be the same as pressing both of those at the same time. So there we have it. And now, let's just see what happens. Yeah, so there we have it. That felt... maybe that's better, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now like that. I still have these, I can just attach them. Let's take the prongs, and I'm just gonna start poking around here a little bit and see if I find something that makes sense. Yeah, so just... I kind of like that. I want to do an experiment. Let me just get some wires and a pot. Okay, so I added a wire here from, this is R34 to C20. It might be C20. It might be C28. I can't really tell. But it's right there. So it's like a little bit over. It's next to R24 and R in between R24 and R23. So right there. I don't know if that helps. Anyway, I put a pot on it and I put a switch on it because even at nothing it still affects the signal. So if I flick this, the pot is engaged. And no, it's not because the wire broke off. Give me a sec. So there it is. I don't know if you can hear that sort of. Yeah, you can. And then I start turning the pot. And we're just introducing that weird, quacky, glitching effect more and more. At nothing, I kind of like it. It feels... It doesn't really work with this loop, but I feel like if you were doing some chugging, you know, it would be kind of cool. But then it just starts becoming noise. If we turn it all the way, it's just... I did add this. So if I flick this, we get more of everything. And it's up here, and it's the R24, I think it says. Or maybe R24, I think. And then down here, and that's the capacitor here, C14. but which side it is? It's the positive side, I think. Yeah. I'll find some places where I can add some of these switches. Or buttons, whatever you're going to call them. Because I'm thinking maybe that'd be fun if I had something that I could just sort of tap dance on a little bit. There we have one. I'm gonna add one of these. No, these. I'm gonna add one of these there. So now I've added this switch in, and if I press it, it's just this weird sound. And that is on the top of R19, right there, going down here to T13, and it's the upper of the two legs. Now I've added another switch here, and it's over here on the top of D6 down to this leg here. Next to this resistor called R37, there's a leg, standalone leg here next to this hole right here. I hope you can see it. And it's connected to C7, this capacitor right here. I'm pretty sure. You can see it right there. Anyway, so yeah. All right. So I've added another switch right here. A new one here. That's this one here, which is R32, to this one here, R24. And it's the upper side of both of them. So there you have it. It's a mess of cables. I'm gonna have to try to sort this out when we put this in. If anything, those videos are at least going to be amusing from a sort of chaotic sort of place. But anyway, yes, here it is. I want to address the elephant in the room before we stop this video. And that is, I know someone is going to say, or at least at some point soon, because I'm having issues finding more cool things, someone is going to say that I should look up the schematic and just look at that, because that would make it a lot easier for me to find the places where I could find bends. And to that I would say, yes, you're right, but that would mean two things. And that is that I am more getting into the modding of pedals than circuit bending. I feel like circuit bending in its spirit is that you're just poking the circuit and that you don't look up the schematic. Obviously, you can still do that if you want to. But then the next issue comes into place, and that is that you should probably, in that case, play the pedal and try to figure out what it is you actually want. For example, maybe you want to change the way the EQ works. Maybe you want to change the way the amount of distortion or treble or whatever it is in the pedal. And to be honest, I don't really have a reason to change anything in these pedals. I don't look at these pedals and feel, they need this or that tweaked. They need this to be more or something, or less, or anything, honestly. So I don't know if that would help me. Usually when it comes to like modding pedals, you see potential in them. And I don't necessarily, for better or worse, see any potential in these. Not to be anything else than, I don't know. I hope you like it. Anyway, talk to me in the comments below and let me know what you think and feel about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully. Until next time, don't forget to stay awesome and cool and go and poke around inside of a Behringer pedal. It doesn't have to be this one, but it can be if you want to join in with me and talk to me about it. And hopefully you'll do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Good. Get your Behringer pedal secondhand. That's always good, and hopefully you can get a deal. You should try to get a deal. Get them cheap. There is always someone who's selling a Behringer pedal for a couple of bucks or whatever currency you are using. I'm not using bucks, but never mind that.